Hey, good morning. Yes, it is. It is Friday. That's right. The end of the week for you guys that work fivers. So, today is October 11th, and trying to decide what to do for this morning. I was thinking about it yesterday, but then I got kind of rushed around, so it's not going to be a real long video today. I don't have the time. How well do you handle being rushed around? That's a good topic for today. So, stay tuned. Alrighty, welcome back. My name is Eric, and yes, this is the weekday, Monday through Friday. Today is Friday. Payday for most of you, right? Or maybe you do it every other week. So, what am I talking about today? I'm talking about how do you handle being rushed? Now, now, when I was younger, I was always rushing. I was always, making sure I wasn't there too late, but we seemed like it was a constant rush, right? And as I got older, I rushed a lot less. I actually started planning ahead of time what I was going to do and how I was going to do it, right? Instead of flying by the seat of my pants. But now that I'm up in my 60s, I really don't like rushed at all. And why am I feeling rushed? Well, make a long story short, we took and dropped off some equipment the other day. Now, the county had a company come in and put new paving in, okay? And that's super. I love new paving on rough roads. But the issue began when they probably went 6 inches of tar, this is a asphalt, and then you dropped off, right? And they hadn't had a chance to come out and put the stone down for, where you come off the asphalt pavement. When we went to drop off a machine to a customer, both the front tire, hind tire somehow got missed, and my trailer tire got nicked in the sidewalls. Yes. The trailer we noticed right off the bat. That was a little faster leaker. So we ended up, you can't fix a hole in the sidewall. So I got to buy a new tire for that. So we took the spare off last week and put that on the front. Sunday, I decided, you know what, I'm going to go for a ride up to the camp. Up to in the Adirondacks, just for a ride around. Claus says, I'll go with you. I said, fine. And we got partway out, about halfway around the park. And the tire, because I have one of those smart trucks that tells you everything, kind of like having your wife as a co-pilot. Yeah. And it starts flashing at me and making noise saying low tire pressure. So I'm looking at the Claus driving, and I'm like, what's going on, Claus? He said, well, it says it's got low tire pressure. And I said, what's it at? So I looked over, and it was 35, 35, 34, and 31 was the front tire. I said, well, that's not too bad. That'll get us home, and we'll put air in it when we get to the house. About another mile, and now it's down to 28. And by the time we get to where we're leaving the club at the main camp, still on dirt road, it's down to 16. And Claus says, do we still have that, battery operated tire pump? I said, yeah. We plug it into your cigarette lighter or whatever like that. we carry a couple of these El Cheapos in the truck, one in each truck. And I said, why don't we just change the tire? I got a spare. He said, nah, I don't want to dink with that today. He said, let's just pump it up. And by the time, if I can get to the pavement and do 60, 65, it'll plug that hole. It won't allow as much air out. What? So, all right, whatever. So we get out and we're pumping up the tire. And it gets it up to 27, 28. Cuz says, all right, I'm going to unscrew it and then we're going to make a mad dash out of here. All right. So we got down about halfway on the other club, dirt road, before we hit the pavement. And it's down to 13. So what do we end up having to do? Change the tire. Because he wanted to keep pumping that freaking tire up till we got home. Instead of just dropping the spare down, putting it on. Yeah, it was a pain in the ass. So what I ended up having to do was I ended up having to buy... There's no sense in buying one new tire, right? So what I'm doing with the shop truck is I'm moving the hind tires up to the front. And then I bought a set of brand new tires for the back, right? And my son works at a Ford garage. We've got a tire changer ourselves, the big one. But it doesn't like the newer aluminum rims, the fat ones and this and that, which the one at the Ford garage is brand new. So, and my son is really good at it with that machine that he can swap tires out in a hurry. So I let him know last night. I sent him a text saying, Rob, I got 2 new tires. I just need to have you mount and balance them sometime. Nothing. So I get up this morning around 4:30 and there's a message on Facebook saying I'll be out in the morning. And by the time 5 o'clock rolled around, he was already gone and headed this way, almost to the house. So now I had to rush around, get the truck cleaned out. My wallet, I leave my wallet in the truck. I leave my 9mm in the truck. I had to grab the check from the sale barn for the 2 steers I shipped. And I'm rushing around trying to get the truck cleaned out at 5 o'clock this morning. And then I realized, the tires are down in the shop. So now I got to drive down to the shop, load the 2 tires, and then look, and the gas gauge is less than quarter. So I'm like, crap. And I need to put gas in the truck too. And he shows up. So he said, don't worry about that. I said, I'll put gas in it, Dad. I'll give him some money so he can put some gas in it. He left me his truck. And I said, you want me to come out when you're done? And I'll pick up my truck. And he said, no, I'll bring it out after work tonight and just swap the truck. So that way, you don't have to figure with it. And you can do whatever you need to do today. In the end, it worked out. But I felt rushed. I'm running around like a chicken with my head cut off, trying to figure out what direction to go. So I'm curious with you guys. How do you handle being rushed? I know a lot of you guys are retirees. But even in the shop, I don't like people rushing me. And I don't like to put things off and then have to feel like I have to rush into it. Because what happens when you rush? You make mistakes. And you forget things, right? I'm sure today I'm going to remember something that I need in that truck that I don't have to do something today. Guaranteed. Because I got to make one delivery this morning that I know of. But I live out of that truck. It's got all the different hitches. It's got everything in it. And his truck is bare bones. I even carry apples, apple juice, and candy in my truck. So I'm curious to hear with you guys. How do you feel like when you're rushed? Does it get things done, or do you find you make more mistakes and then have to come back and redo? See, I'm at the age of where I like to know exactly what I'm doing today. I mean, I know I can do my video, and I know I'm going to go to the shop, and I know we're going to get one delivered. We should have the pressure plate in to start putting the 401B back together again. And that'll clear a lot of the stuff. It should have filters to put the John Deere 4000, the transmission and hydraulic filters back on, and put new fluid in that. So that'll take care of that, and that can go home. But I'm just curious of what you guys think. So on that note, put in the comments how you like to handle stuff. And sorry it's kind of short and kind of all over the place, but I gotta get ready for work, or almost 6 o'clock now. By the time I edit this, I need to be at the shop. So catch you guys later. Have a great weekend.